Hi, how you doing everyone? Please welcome back to Learning English with TSK. For today's video, we are going to study two more uses of the past simple tense. Have you remembered? We have been learning 4 uses so far. From the beginning of past simple tense until now, we are going to study 2 more uses. Okay? So don't waste the time. Concentrate on what we are learning today. Understand? Now, let's go together. Usage number 5. We use past simple tense to talk about action happened in the middle of past continuous. Once again, we use past simple to talk about past action happened in the middle of past continuous. Even though we still not study past continuous, but I would like to tell you a bit about the past continuous or past progressive. Past progressive action is going on or was going on like that. Okay? And past continuous was going on, and the simple past happened in the middle of the past continuous. So action happened in the middle of the past continuous, we use past simple tense. Or one more time, one more way, we call it an interruption. Past simple tense interrupt past continuous. This is the other way of calling. Alright? Now, in order to be clear, let's go to the example together. Right? Now, let's go to the example. While I was studying, I felt asleep. You have to remember, both of the sentences finished in the past. Both of the sentences, even past continuous or past simple, both of the sentences finished in the past. Okay? It doesn't go to the present time. It doesn't continue to the present time. Both of the sentences, even the past simple, even the past continuous, it finished in the past. But past simple tense happened in the middle of the past continuous. The action of past continuous was going on like that, and then past simple happened in the middle or interrupt the past continuous. Okay? Now let's go to the example once again. While I was studying, the action I was studying is past continuous. And then while I was studying, I fell asleep. So the action I fell asleep, it happened in the middle of past continuous I was studying. Okay? To be honest with you, I don't want to compare the past continuous because we still not learn about that. Understand? But we use about the past simple. So there is no choice. But don't worry, when we are learning about the past continuous or past progressive, I will tell you more. Alright? But now we are going to focus about when do we use simple past. So once again, we use simple past to talk about the past action happened in the middle of the past continuous. Alright? So let's go to the example once again. While I was studying, I fell asleep. So action I fell asleep, it happened in the middle of I was studying. Alright? Let's go to the second example. I broke from infinitive to break. Right? I broke my leg when I was playing volleyball. The action I was playing volleyball is in the past, and the action I broke my leg is also in the past. As I have already told you, both past simple or past continuous finished already in the past, happened and finished in the past. But past simple happened in the middle of past continuous, like an interruption. Alright? So, I broke my leg when I was playing volleyball. The action, I was playing volleyball, and then I broke my leg in the middle of playing volleyball. Okay? So we have, I broke my leg when I was playing volleyball. Broke my leg is the second action that happened in the middle of I was playing volleyball. Understand? Let's go to the third example. As I was driving to work, I saw my ex-wife. As I was driving to work, okay, I saw my ex-wife. The action, I saw my ex-wife, it happened in the middle of I was driving. For example, as I was driving to work, okay, and then one more action happened in the past, we use past simple. I saw my ex-girlfriend. So action of past simple happen or interrupt the action of past continuous. Okay? So let's go to the example once again. As I was driving to work, I saw my ex-wife. So I saw my ex-wife happen in the middle of the action I was driving to work. Okay? So let's go to the next example. We were watching TV when the power went off. The power went off in the middle of the action I was watching TV. Okay? For example, I was sitting down and watching TV. Okay? And after that, the power went off. So the action, the power went off, it happened in the middle of I was watching TV. Alright? When I was watching TV, 1 minute, the power went off. So the power went off is one of the interrupt activity, of interrupt action, or happen in the middle of past continuous. Are you clear now? Let's go to the next one. When the guests arrived, Debbie was cooking lunch. So the action Debbie was cooking lunch was going on like that. Okay? And then the action of the past happened. The guest arrived. So the guest arrived in the middle of the action she was cooking. Once again, both of the action, the guest arrived, finished already in the past. Happened in the past, finished already in the past, alright? When she was cooking, happened already in the past, finished already in the past. But if we compare the two actions together, past simple happened in the middle of the past continuous or interrupt the past continuous. Alright? But both of them happened already in the past and finished already in the past. Understand? Let's go to the next one. They were playing cards when someone knocked the door. The action of them playing card was going on. And after that, someone knocked at the door. So the action someone knocked at the door, it happened in the middle of the other action was playing card. So someone or people were playing card, and then one more past simple, one more action happened in the middle of. We use past simple. Someone knocked the door. Understand? Let's go to the next one. When the when the robbers broke the door, she was having a bath. She was having a bath. She was taking a bath. Okay? And when she was taking a bath, the robber broke the door, broke into the house. So the action, the robbers broke the door, it happened in the middle of the other action that she was having a shower, she was having a bath. So the action she was having a bath, it was happening, and then one more past action happened, we use past simple. That's why we have the robbers broke the door when she was having a bath. Understand? Now, let's go to the last one. The phone rang when I was teaching. The phone rang when I was teaching. For example, the action I was teaching is like that. Okay? And after that, the phone rang. When the phone rang, I still not finished my teaching yet. Listen to me once again. I was teaching, and then the phone rang. So action of the phone rang, it happened in the middle of my action I was teaching. When the phone started to ring or rang, my action of teaching still not finished yet. I was teaching, and then past action or simple past action happened in the middle. Interrupt the past continuous. Alright? So, once again, we use past simple to talk about action. The past action happened in the middle of the past continuous. So, past continuous or past simple, both of the action, they happened in the past and finished already in the past. Okay? But past continuous, it was happening, and then one of the past simple happened in the middle or interrupt activity. Do you understand? I hope you will understand about that. So now, let's go to the last use of the past simple. Use number 6. Let's go to the usage of number 6. We use past simple in the second conditional. We use past simple in the second conditional. But I also would like to say sorry, because you still not learn about the past. You still not learn about the second conditional, right? But don't worry, I will explain you a little bit, okay, about the second conditional use. You have to be careful, alright? We use second conditional to talk about actions or situations in the present or in the future which are not likely to happen or are imaginary. Okay? Hypothetical or impossible. Listen to me one more time, alright? We use second conditional to talk about situations or actions in the present or in the future that are not likely to happen or are imaginary, just imagine, imaginary or hypothetical or impossible. Right? Now, let's go to the example to be clear, right? If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. If I won my lottery or the lottery, I would buy a big house. So the action we use in if clause is in the past simple. You cannot say, if I win. No, you say, if I won. All right? If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. This is called second conditional. Let's go back to the definition again. So why do we use second conditional? To talk about action or situation in the present or in the past, in the future. Okay? That are not likely to happen, or are imaginary. Okay? Or hypothetical. Okay? Hypothetical or impossible. Are not likely to happen. So, if I say if I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. This is just imaginary. It is not possible that you won the lottery. But 99% you lost it. The meaning is like that. But only 1%, if you are one of the luckiest men, okay, you won the lottery. But 99% you did not win the lottery. That's why we use the second conditional to talk about situation or action in the present or in the future that are not likely to happen, or are imaginary or hypothetical or impossible. Right? So let's go to the second one. I would say sorry if I made a mistake. I would say sorry if I made a mistake. But I did not make a mistake. I did not make a mistake. Action or situation are in imaginary or hypothetical or impossible. So we say, I would say sorry if I made a mistake. But the reality is that I don't make a mistake. I did not make a mistake. Okay? So try to remember, past simple is also used in second conditional. And as I have already told you, we still not go further about the uses of second conditional yet. Even about the form, even about the uses. But I just tell you a bit, okay, to make it easier for you to understand about the past simple we are using in the second conditional. All right? But we are going to study in detail about the second conditional later. Not so long. Thank you. Let's go to the next example. She would break up with him if she were me. As a matter of fact, she would not me and I would not her. She could not become me and I could not become her. The fact is that when you use the second conditional, as I have explained it to you, we used to talk about situation or action unlikely to happen, or we talk about imaginary or impossible or hypothetical. You understand? It's not exactly happen, unlikely to happen. So I say she would break up she would break up with him if she were me. But she cannot become me and I cannot become her. You understand? Me is me. Her is her. Understand? So don't be, don't confuse about the action, okay? Situation or action that are likely that are not likely to happen, or imaginary, or we talk about impossible or hypothetical, okay, we use the second conditional. Okay? So, once again, past simple can be used in the part of second conditional. Okay? Let's go to the next one. What would you do if you quit your job? What would you do if you quit your job? Okay? Another one. If I were a millionaire, I would buy a helicopter. If I were a millionaire, I would buy a helicopter. It's impossible. 99% is impossible, but maybe only 1% in the future. If I were one of the luckiest men in the world, I become a millionaire. But do not expect so. Okay? Everybody, we still have hope. But our hope should be in limit. We do not strongly hope that we become a millionaire in the future. But our ambition, okay? We want to be a millionaire, our ambition, but do not be, do not have a strong ambition like that. Okay? So now let's go to the next one. Once again, if I were a millionaire, I would buy a helicopter. Would you please take note about were, right? So as normal, we use I with am, okay? We, you, they with are, he, she, it with is in the present. And in the past simple, if you say I, we, you, I, he, she, it, we use was. Alright? If you use he, we, you, they, you use were. But in case you use inside the second conditional, the if clause, we don't use was. We use were. Okay? So just take note about this point. Okay? As I told you, do not go further about the uses of the second conditional. But I just want to let you know about the past simple that can be used in the past simple. Okay? In the part of the second conditional. Right? Let's go to the next one. She would pass her exam if she tried harder. But when I talk to someone that she would pass her exam if she tried harder, everyone knows that she failed the exam. Talk about imaginary, talk about impossible. Impossible. She cannot pass the exam. Okay? So the thing we use in past, the thing we use in second conditional, we talk about action or situation that are impossible. As I have already told you, 99% is impossible. Only 1% it can be. Right? Let's go to the next one. If you were poor, you would realize it. But in fact, you are not poor. I say, if you were me, you would feel the same way what I feel. But unfortunately, you are not me. I am not you. Understand? So it's impossible. So we say, if you were poor, you would realize it. The last example, he wouldn't do that if he respected them. He wouldn't do that if he respected them. So, if he respected them, we use in the past simple. So that's all from me for today's video. The two more uses, okay, for today's, we know. Sometimes we still not study about the past continuous. And also, you all still not study about the second conditional. But the way I mentioned, today, in the lesson, we are going to let you know about the past simple that can be used in, second conditional and also with the past continuous. So don't worry about comparing of the past continuous after we finish learning about the past continuous, right? After we finish about past continuous, we will learn more and we will compare about the past continuous. Understand what I mean, right? So I would like to say sorry for some part of the uses of the past simple we are learning today. We still not learn the other part of that. For example, we use past simple to talk about past action happen in the middle of the past continuous. We still not learn about the past continuous. Is it right? Of course, we still not learn. Okay? But just show you a little bit about the past continuous, right? And also the second conditional. We still not learn about the second conditional. But anyway, you have to know part of the second conditional, we have past simple. Understand? So that's all for me today. I would like to say thank you very much for spending your most valuable time with me this morning. And I would like to say once again, thank you for all of you who are strongly supporting my Facebook page and also YouTube channel, and as well as my grandson Seha. Okay now, bye.